Hi there everyone, thanks for joining me. If you're new here, I'm Fiona and I make all kinds of arty content here in my little she shed, which I built in our back garden almost 2 years ago. In this video I will be doing a tour of this little sketchbook here. So let's get on with it then, and please subscribe if you haven't done already. Thanks, enjoy the video. Before we start, I just wanted to say that the very first opening page of this sketchbook is, as far as I can remember, the very worst piece of art I've ever produced. I had to rub out some previous sketchings, I'll show you that in a minute, because I disliked it so much. So the first page is not good, but there are other pages further on that I am happy with. So here we go. So remember, first page. I don't know what happened here. Everything I've done on this page, I hate. I had to rub these scary faces out, and then it just got worse after that, really. Oh well, never mind. So, started in August last year, August 25. So there's nothing about this page that I like at all. Let's skip over it quickly. This page, on the other hand, I much prefer. We've got this lovely little scene. I drew that so quickly out of my imagination. I just went with a biro, I think, or a fine liner maybe. Really happy with that. Very cute. And coming home to a cosy home, no matter where you've been. I do love that feeling, even if you've been on a great holiday. Always great to come home and have a cup of tea. Yeah, quite like this. I think this is brown ink in the background. And then I've used coloured pencils. Some nice autumn vibes there, I think. Yeah, so these leaf shapes are just done with a sort of paintbrush that's got a bit scruffy at the end. One shaped like this, an angled brush, and just like this. You get these leaf shapes, all quite uniform, and they look like stamps, but they are not. What lets this page down, I think, is all the lettering. Don't know what was going on that day, because I do enjoy lettering a lot, but not happy with this lettering. So not a perfect page, but I'm quite happy with the general feel of this. See what's next. Yeah, I quite like this page. I think these were some leaves I'd cut out for another collage, so I decided to just use them up, got the glue out and thought I'd stick them in my sketchbook just to sort of use them up, really. This is my go-to sort of design, is this sort of flower shape, but with negative space. So I often fill a space with a little bit of this kind of thing, and I really like that. Also, these 3 love hearts feature quite a lot in my sketchbooks. It's just a go-to. What shall I do? I'll do the 3 love hearts thing. I think it looks very cute. Here we have a little drawing of this. Cute little box that was my mum's before she passed away. She used to use that for her jewellery, I think, some earrings. And here I've got this lovely glass ornament. It's one of my favourite objects that I have, and I'm sure I will be doing some drawings of this soon, or paintings of this. But probably in a sketchbook for more finished pieces, because I have got one that I started, only with 1 piece in so far. This is a present from my sister. So I had already done this one. It's a little bit wonky, as usual. All my cups seem to be a little bit wonky. But there's my teapot. This little thing, which is another thing that I paint quite a lot. It's got some white gouache in there at the moment. Anyway, I digress again. Quite like that page, like how it's set out. This is my favourite bit of the page. Love that yellow and orange background and the silhouetted little botanicals there. I do like this page as well. It's a little bit scruffy, a bit messy, but on the whole I really like it. Love this little bit here. There again, the negative space flowers. Lovely colour palette here. I did some of this on plein air, but I definitely did some of that sat outside and then took it home and added all the other little details. But I do love the overall feel of this page and the colour scheme. This is the first time I've tried these curvy lines just to sort of bring the page together, and I like that effect. Yeah, bit messy, but I do like that page. This is some flowers that were bought for me, I think, for Mother's Day. Very cute. And then these are just some backgrounds that were painted in ages ago, and then I just got fine liner and did these really quick little landscape here, house on a hill, and this some botanicals again. It's a really nice way of making a lovely page. Yeah, so a bit of nice colour in the background, and then go over, do a simple design with a black pen. Yeah, just some simple doodles over the top creates a really cute little page, I think. Very messy again, but yeah, this is a messy old sketchbook, just full of just to pick up when I want. Love the colours on this page. I think I was just using up some paint in the palette, some watercolour, so I've put some washi tape down and filled the space and then drew on top. This is a vase of mine. And then these are just made up, and I'm really happy with this. There's another one similar to this later. I tried to recreate it a little bit bigger, but I prefer this one. Another page that I'm quite happy with, again a little bit scruffy, but love this little wreath here, and in the background there's like a negative space, almost like a fern or something. I think I pinched this idea, saw somebody on Instagram or on a short and copied that idea. Saw it somewhere, I can't remember where. Again, here's my little candle holder it is, but I'm using it as a paint holder. Yeah, love this design here. Really happy with the colours there. Might have to recreate something with this. Not keen on this bit here. Cute little birds singing. Not really happy with this one, but the rest of it is okay. I must say I have been watching some of the Wild Pencils videos and been inspired to sort of take some of her ideas and use them as my own. I haven't copied her completely, but the way she lays her page out and has lots of little motifs around the place. I love that. I've always done it myself anyway, but I've just refined it a bit more. Inspired by her, really. If you haven't seen her videos, I would thoroughly recommend them. They're absolutely fantastic. Here are some of my handbags that I've drawn. That was a fun page to do. And then I just stamped these later on, did some pencil detail over the top. Love to finish sketchbooks off with a little stamp. It can fill a space really quickly. Nice little tip there for you. Page of journaling from a fantastic day that I had with my daughter. It might not mean much to you, but this page holds lots of lovely memories for me. A terrible picture of Stevie Nicks there from Fleetwood Mac. I love this page. Some gorgeous Hotel Chocolat chocolates there. Lovely things to draw. I think this was a brush pen over the top of some watercolour, or maybe even gouache actually. Very watered down gouache perhaps. Can't remember. Love the butterflies and moths. Just made this one up. Probably, yeah, and these piles of books, also inspiration from Magda at the Wild Pencil. She does a lot of these little book piles. Hers are much nicer than mine. Practicing some lettering there, copying it from the chocolate wrapper, and these are the fine liners I was using. Been using these quite a lot. They're great, all different sizes. Here is my china teacup. That's my daughter's actually. It was a present from her friend, but there we go. Cute. I think this is a beer mat. We went for a little walk in the woods and we stopped off there for a drink afterwards. I think this is one of my favourite pages in the book. This lady especially. I started off with just these lines like this and then made it into a lady because a movement just drew it really quickly, very intuitive, just yeah. And then later on I did some paint and some design on her clothing, but I love this. More ideas pinched from the Wild Pencil here with the letters. A bit of journaling about a lovely little break I had with my partner for our 38th anniversary. 38 years together. Little teapot there. More journaling for about our little trip. Not really happy with how this page looks, but never mind, can't win them all. This page had lots of washi tape on. I just filled in these. That's just some swatching of some pens that I bought recently. Doodling with the fine liner pens, the same ones. A little bug hotel here in my garden I drew one day, just over a watercolour background. Quite like that. Just a random person that I doodled. These are one-line drawings, which I'm quite happy with. Favourite one here. Quite pleased with that one. Bit of collage here, just sticking some scraps of collage paper. This is a stamp that I made. Actually, I love that stamp. Very chaotic page. A little cute picture of my shed here. These are fun to draw, but there's just too much going on this page. I don't like the colour choices at all. Don't like this horrible mess. Never mind. Whereas this page, I do like the lovely colour choices here. This is just some, I think, inspired by a plant hanging down in front of some blinds on the window. Just thought I'd put some circles in there. It's just abstract stuff, really. Same here. But I do love how this white pencil has come out on this one. The same vase again, look. Where is it? There we go. Different flowers. Gets used a lot, this vase in my house. And then again, repeating the page I told you about earlier. There you go. think that one's nicer. Don't like this purple colour around here. It ruins the page, I think. And there we go. Some more very messy doodles. Quite like these leaves. And that's the end of that. Finished May 26. There we go. Thanks for listening. Well, that's the end of another sketchbook tour. Thank you so much for watching. Oh, and please hit subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks again. Bye. See you next time.